Crowd is on their feet for Jake the Snake Roberts.
They're showing their support for Jake the Snake.
Uh-oh.
Nick Burke looks a little intimidated already.
I think Nick Burke's thinking about this. Next time he'll be careful what he wishes for.
Nick Burke said, you know, to stay in top physical shape, he didn't go out and party anymore, but after this, he might want a few drinks.
Nick Burke, look at that, the bell just rings, he hops right out of the ring.
I think, you know, to talk about it's one thing, to say he's gonna make quick work of Jake the Snake Roberts, but then to see him face to face in the ring, it has to be very, very intimidating. Wait a minute, where's Nick Burke think he's going?
Uh-oh.
I think the Raw Superstar wants to get out of Dodge.
Uh-oh.
Nick Burke trying to play mind games with Jake Roberts.
Jake Roberts is one person you don't want to play mind games with.
Absolutely not.
Uh-oh.
Nick Burke now making his way into the ring. And Jake Roberts just waiting patiently for him. The crowd not in support of Nick Burke at all.
Jake the Snake waiting patiently.
Jake the Snake ready to lock up with somebody, even referee Sean Hansen.
Roberts ready to go. Nick Burke stalling. Trying to take Snake off his game plan. Uh-oh, collar and elbow tie-up.
And just arm drags him over. Nick Burke now makes his way again to the outside. I mean, what's he doing? I think he's having Dr. John Boots try to check him out again, make sure he's okay. Nick Burke just, I guess, trying to bide his time. Make sure this match goes to his pace. Jake Roberts now rallying support from the crowd. Your chance of DDT. Nick Burke looks like he's being driven a little mad by it. Now collar and elbow tie up again, goes around.
Oh.
Wait a minute. But Jake Roberts just wrenching on that arm.
Applying that pressure now on the arm of Nick Burke. Nick Burke in a lot of pain. Jake applying the pressure.
Jake Roberts has a very large height advantage over Nick Burke, and that height advantage, I think, just helped him wrench away on that arm. Had a hammer like, wait a minute, Nick Burke went to reverse it, but Jake Roberts trying to go for a DDT really early in this matchup. Nick Burke very wisely manages to get out of it. This match could have been over really quick.
Jake so close to hitting that DDT, this match would have been over. Nick Burke's gonna have to use his speed and his youth against Jake the Snake Roberts.
What do you do? How do you plan for a man who has the legendary status of Jake the Snake Roberts? I mean, what you have to be thinking of all the things that are going through the mind of Nick Burke.
Well, if Nick Burke was smart, what he'd do is try to get Jake the Snake off his feet. Uh-oh! Snake now slingshots Burke back into that ring.
Brings it back in the hard way. Jake Roberts now picking Nick Burke up by the ears and slams it back down. I should call it like a double ear slam.
Jake takes his time, he picks his shots. Nick Burke don't know what happened.
Nick Burke wants to take another breather, kind of reeling from the attacks from Jake the Snake Roberts. Goes for a lockup. Wait a minute, but Jake the Snake very, very intelligently takes out the knee from under him. Oh, just stretching out the legs of Nick Burke.
He's making a wish, Nate Stein.
Nick Burke in a lot of pain.
That's Jake the Snake using his experience.
Gonna make sure Nick Berk, Nick Berk says he's in top physical condition. I guess he just forgot to stretch it. Jake Roberts is making sure very painful. Just now trying to torque the
Jake
thigh
stretching
muscles.
out those ligaments. Jake now using that pressure points, applying more pressure. Nick Berk in a lot of pain, but able to grab that bottom rope, and Jake is gonna have to break that hold.
Nick Berk's gonna be singing a couple octaves higher tomorrow at church. Wait a minute, he's calling over, Nick Berk's calling over Dr. Don Boots to check him out.
Well, that's what the doctor's for, Nate Stein. He's doing his job.
Nick Berk very now.
Maybe Nick Berk's having second thoughts about that glove. Maybe he wants Dr. Boots to put the glove on.
No strength left in those legs. Jake Roberts just wrenching away at Nick Berk. Meanwhile, Roberts just taking a break over in the corner.
Jake is almost acting like it's too easy, Nate Stein.
With all the years of experience behind Jake Roberts, maybe it is. Maybe the Raw superstar was, he ran his mouth one too many times. Jake Roberts now taunting the Raw superstar, Nick Berk. Nick Berk trying to regain some strength and a little bit of composure. Not really sure what to do here. Jake Roberts still poking some fun.
Jake Roberts now slowing the match down, but he may have gave Nick Berk enough time to recoup. Side headlock applied, no, broken up by Roberts. Drops Berk down.
Oh, he's gonna...
Now he's standing on his ankle for extra leverage.
And he's just gonna wrench away at the leg. Just staring away at those thigh and groin muscles.
He's killing his hamstrings, Nate Stein.
And just... Just tearing apart Nick Berk in the most embarrassing way possible. This time, Jake Roberts delivers him to the doctor.
Seems to me like Jake is toying with Nick Berk, playing mind games.
I absolutely agree there. Jake Roberts trying to physically and mentally humiliate Nick Berk. Wait a minute. Jake Roberts wants to go for a test of strength, but Nick Berk, thinking of that top peak physical condition, wants to go for it as well. Wait a minute. They lock up.
Big test of strength there.
But Nick Berk takes down Jake the Snake Roberts. Surprising the talented Nick Berk. No question there, but has down the legend. Oh, but Jake Roberts trying to kick his way out of it. But Nick Berk just using everything he can to try to keep him down.
Oh, Jake now fighting back with those kicks.
Kick after kick after kick. Oh, but now Jake Roberts, I think he has the upper hand literally.
Applying that pressure.
Is that knuckle and that wrist torqued?
Jake the Snake losing his leverage now. Berk pushes him back up in that corner. Oh, big chop there by Nick Berk.
And another one.
But wait a minute, it doesn't look like it has any effect.
Oh! Jake Roberts given some punishment of his own. Now goes to whip off Nick Berk to the opposite corner. Jake Roberts tries to run in, but Nick Berk catches him with the knee.
Nick Berk got those knees up.
And now Nick Berk just pulling away at the head of Jake the Snake Roberts. And again, Jake Roberts is heading down to the mat. Nick Berk is just laying in shot after shot after shot. But I think Nick Berk is still feeling the effects of all the earlier offense of Jake the Snake Roberts. Goes for a pinfall, but only gets a 2 count. Wait a minute, Nick Berk now using the ropes to choke the life out of Jake the Snake Roberts.
Sorry, but the referee's making that count. He's got to release that hold. Nick Berk has to stay on top of Jake the Snake. He can't give him time to recoup. Look at him, he's punishing him. driving that foot right into the throat area.
Trying to cut off that very, very important oxygen. And now again, just returning to stomping away. Oh, wait a minute. Nick Berk now distracting referee Sean Hansen. Meanwhile, Dr. Don Boots, I think he's using that stethoscope. It's that stethoscope. He's wrapped it around the neck of Jake the Snake Roberts.
Snake now rolls back in. Nick Berk stalking him. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Smacking away. Total disrespect there by Nick Berk.
Total disrespect. I think he's trying to play some mind games with Jake Roberts. Now lays in with a nice elbow across the forehead. And a rear chin lock. Returning to trying to cut off that oxygen to the brain of Jake the Snake Roberts. Maybe in an attempt to try to put him to sleep. Nick Berk just wrenching away on the neck. Nick Berk, Dr. Don Boots both hoping that Jake Roberts just falls asleep. Be an easy match. Referee Sean Hansen checking the arm of Jake Roberts, a 1.
Oh, he's got 2.
This might mean
one more and this match is over, Nate.
Oh, wait a minute, his arm's still up. He's fighting it. Jake Roberts fighting. Looks like he's trying to fight back. He gets support from the crowd. You hear the crowd clapping.
Roberts now trying to recoup, trying to get that blood circulating. Reaching down deep for that second win. Sits up. Berk still hangs on. Jake's got him. Jawbreaker.
And Nick Berk is down. Both men, I think, are going to shake off a little bit of cobwebs right now. Both men up to their feet. Jake Roberts. Short arm clothesline. You know what this
I
is?
think he caught Nick Berk out of nowhere with that one. He didn't even see it coming.
Not at all, but you know what this is normally the setup for. That short arm clothesline. You know what comes next?
Oh!
Jake Roberts has him.
Oh!
DDT.
No one does it better.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Roberts.
in 12 minutes, 5 seconds, your winner of the match, Jake the Snake Roberts!
Well, Nate Stein, Nick Berk got what he asked for, and he didn't get the job done.